Yeah.
Hello.
What's up?
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Meathead Manual. I am the weediest meatball you've ever fucking seen, Adam Garcia. With me, as always, my good buddy, my compatriot, my compadre, Mr. Andrew Harris. Yep.
Welcome in, everybody.
I'm going to apologize right now. I know I'm probably going to sound just a little weird just because I did not sleep with my CPAP on last night. I fell asleep without it on. And
Didn't. You must have been tired.
yeah, I just,
Passed out.
I laid down and I just,
Was it a late night for you?
it was a fairly late night, but it was just, I was doom scrolling and it was Saturday night doom scrolling and I just like put my phone down for a second and I woke up and I was like, my throat hurt. And I was like, oh, I forgot my fucking CPAP.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and then it doesn't help. It's been extra dry late here.
yeah,
So, like, I've had to use my humidifier.
that does sound,
Because, yeah, like, I keep waking up fucking dry as fuck. I don't like that. Yeah, not the good kind of dry.
kind of dry.
No, not the cool kind of dry, though.
So,
But my throat hurts.
how are things going? How's training going? How's everything feeling?
Training's going all right. Still not really in prep yet, so I can't complain about that.
Oh yeah. You've been feeling good with just your leg movements and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like actually my legs are growing a little bit right now, which is kind of nice. But we're getting to that point now. I'm ready to get back into it.
oh yeah.
A little nervous right now because I start school in a couple days, so schedule's going to be a little hectic, but make it work and figure it out. And
Oh yeah. That's how we
no
do it.
matter what.
That was one thing I wanted to ask is that before we get into our topics, I wanted to ask, it's like, how do you go about looking at the things that are that you have going on in your life, and then how do you go about prioritizing your time and looking at things and going, I don't need to worry about that right now.
Paying the bills is kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, job kind of, I guess, to come first as well as school, because school's also paying the bills right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then workouts and then, so I try to look at like, okay, when do I have clients? When do I have to be in school? And I figure out, okay, when are my eating windows? I'll probably be driving and eating a lot now. That's what I did last semester, was I basically eat on the go.
Yeah.
And then try to block out enough time to get my workouts in and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to go late at night,
Mm-hmm.
because that messes with your sleep schedule and all that stuff. So trying to get it in during the day as best I can. It's gonna be a little tough. I might have to move stuff around accordingly. Because my Mondays and Wednesdays are pretty fucked.
Yeah.
I got 3 classes those days, and they're all spread out.
Oh, geez.
So
When I was in school, I would have a class at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Then a break from 10 all the way to noon.
Kinda.
And then noon, I'd be there from noon to 1, and then my next class would be until like 3.
Yeah, it's almost, so I got 8 to 8:45, 11 to 11:45, 4 to 5:15.
Ew. Ew.
And the tough part is, which it's been kind of nice because not many trainers can get early morning clients. Well, not early morning, but the mid morning clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's when most of my people come in right now.
Oh, really?
Is at 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
Well, now it's gonna suck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because now we're gonna have to switch things around. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but figure out. Thankfully, a lot of my clients are very cool. They're like, yeah, we'll make it work out. If I got to work out with somebody, it's fine.
Fuck yeah.
So, it's just gonna be now. I'm gonna be going back and forth from school, work, right back to school, back to work, maybe work out, back to school.
Yeah. My time management is a huge thing, especially
Yeah.
on my end as well. Just because I'm up at 4:45, 5 in the morning to be at work by 6. I'm done with work at around 2:30, 2:45, and then I'll go to the gym, work out until about 6:15, 6:30. And then when I get home, once I get home, it's like game on, need to get my meals ready for the next day, get ready for the next day.
Yeah, that's something like if you want to, like, unfortunately we aren't getting paid for this
Yeah.
yet. So if you want to be a high level athlete, you got to be able to manage everything, you know, to be able to perform at that high level, which is the hard part, because it's like life is gonna life.
Oh yeah.
And there's gonna be things that get in the way and make it tough, and then so you gotta prepare.
Exactly.
You gotta be prepared. You gotta know what you're gonna be doing. You know, you shouldn't be guessing what you gotta eat today.
Exactly. I think the biggest thing is that once you start like getting things thrown into the mix, especially for coaching, and then clients want to reach out and ask you questions, and they need your time to be like, hey, this is how squats moved, or this is how bench moved, and I wanted to get your opinion on like, what does this look like? And then obviously too, it's like we live in a day and age where if you're a coach and you're trying to coach people, there's that level of, okay, well, now I have to start advertising myself, or like, you know, putting myself out there.
Gotta make content.
Exactly.
So that's another job. You gotta
Oh my gosh. Like, you get done with work. Like when I get done with work, personally, I am done with everything. I really just don't want to. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
You know, and that's my biggest issue is I'll sit down and be like, okay, I got to make this content, and like usually the content that I make is like really quick. Try to anyway.
Yeah.
This is what I've been working on. This is how I fixed it. Okay, good. Boom, 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 and go.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while just because I fell off during like
the
holidays and stuff. But it's gonna start. It's gonna start coming back.
Well, you say I was looking on Instagram yesterday, and the last video that you posted did pretty good. It was like 6,000 views or something like that.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Dude, sick.
So
Fuck yeah.
So they do well.
Yeah,
that's the part.
I just got to do it and like
Consistently do it.
yeah. And again, it's one of those things where it's like I'll post something and I'll just be like, I'll just put it down and just be like, God. Because it's really hard, because it's like I'll see like none of the South African shit, but like when it comes down to it, it's like okay, what do you want to do? How do you want to be better? How do you want to get better at this?
Yeah.
I have. It's like, hey man, you got to set it up. Like
Yeah. Well, that's like my buddy Jeff, who runs the gym that I train people at. He's been really pushing and trying to do more the influencer stuff and trying to post more and all that stuff. It's funny because, like, you know, he'll post the like knowledge stuff, that like the stuff that helps people, and then what tends to pop off are usually like the stupid ones. Where he's like, my client texted me. Or my client's wife texted me and says, "Is he at training?" And then,
and you have to lie to him or something.
Yeah, it was something stupid like that. Where it was like that was what's gotten the most traction. And it's like, it's such a tough world to like try to navigate, because it's like you want to put out stuff that helps people, but unfortunately, to be able to hit enough people, you have to kind of post some stupid shit too along the way.
It gets kind of hard though too, because it's like some of the stuff that people will post is just cringe as shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
that's dumb.
This fucking dude.
Yeah.
You recorded that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But then it fucking blows up. And
that's what I'm saying. But it's like the reason why it blows up is because
because it is cringe.
It's so cringe that people go, dude, well look at, oh my god, right? And it just.
So it's like, does it actually help you in your business, or are you just looking for clicks and likes?
Exactly. And like, I mean, fuck it, we'll go into it now. If you have any pet peeves when it comes to it, but this is a new segment. It's called Pet Peeve Corner, or Pet Fuck. Well, I'm peeved the fuck up right now.
We'll kind of play with the name of that.
Well, I'm peeved the fuck up right now, dude.
There we go. They call it peeve the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm peeved the fuck up. All right.
That's the segment. That's the segment.
That's
now we gotta do like a little, like we do the Mythbusters. We gotta have like a little segment intro. Peeve the fuck up.
Paper. Just throw it at the camera.
Actually, pretty good. Just follow.
Yeah, hey, dude, that actually that works. We'll play with that. I like that shit. But so I have I don't just train at STS. I'll go to other gyms. The one that I actually go to outside of STS is right down the street from.
Cheating.
Sometimes, yeah, yes, I do. I want the world to know that.
Cheater.
Okay, I'm not a.
So unfaithful.
I'm not monogamous when it comes to my gyms.
You whore.
I am.
That's okay. We don't slut shame.
But I'll usually go to Compound, which is right down the street from here, which is super, what's the word? Convenient.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
My peeve right now that I've been having is two things. One, when people live stream their workouts.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, at one point, I remember I wanted to kind of do that too. Mm-hmm. But my idea for doing this would have been like, okay, well, I want to do it when there's like not that many people at the gym during like the day or like closer towards the end of the night, so that this way, you know. And then I just realized that it's just like, no, there's no way to do live streaming your workouts unless it's like there's gonna be people there, and it just is what it is. So I was like, I don't like the idea of having to. Like, if I'm going to be doing something media-wise, I try and, like, you know, walk over to people. Hey, just so you know, I'm going to be filming something real quick.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be in the video, that's completely fine. Or I'll film something, right? And more times than not, it's people aren't around or they're far in the background, and I just do my thing.
Yeah.
But man, it's saying this. It was one thing I saw a lot of when I was at not just SCS but at Compound. I'll see people just being like, they'll be sitting there on the machine just like, no, you know, so like, you know, my usual split whenever I'm on blah, I'm like, I need to use that. I want to use that.
Where's the machine?
When I use that machine, I want to go home.
Yeah.
So,
I know. It's just it's the world we're in now. We got to navigate of, you know, everybody's trying to be an influencer. Everybody's trying to get paid doing this, and it's like, it's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, it won't. Honestly, I think it's well. I've been seeing a lot of things where it's like the newer generation of kids. Like it's so funny. It's so strange seeing like how like people go. You know, as I get older, I see newer lifters, newer people, and it's like. I'm seeing some of these kids, and like they'll come up on my Instagram. And I'm like, oh,
okay.
Click on their thing, and they have all these followers, or they have followers, you know, mutuals and stuff like that. But they have like 1, 2, maybe 3 posts.
Yeah.
And it's never of them. It's always like of scenery, of like, hey, we did this, and then that's it. And I like have asked like some of the younger kids, I'm like, why is it like that? And they're like, well, they grew up watching us.
Yeah.
They're adults on their phones constantly trying to be fucking influencers and shit, and it turned them off from it.
Yeah. So there's some hope that like maybe they'll.
It's super fucking. Oh yeah, it's super fucking. But don't get me wrong, like it's still there.
It's still not the majority.
Of course not.
As long as there's money involved, it's not going to go away.
And then lastly, the thing that's been bothering the fuck out of me is again that influencer shit, right? But it's like people who set their cameras up and do very cringy fucking like gym trend whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When the bro wants to when my gym crush wants to do this, but I'm over here doing that. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Go away. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see you doing that shit. And it's like, true, I want to, you know, more times than not, there's going to be people who's going to look at me and be like, well, dude, they have every right to be in the space. Why do you even care? Like, just fucking do it. It's just,
yeah.
It's
you're not cool, bro, and you're just copying everybody else.
It's also distracting for me, and I can't help it. I've reached that level in age where I'll look at people and be like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
Well, it's just like, it's like, you're not cool, you're not like edgy, you're not doing anything that hasn't been already done 1,000 times, you're just copying everybody else. hoping to get a little fucking attention. And it's like, it's so cringe.
It is. It's very
Where
cringy.
it's like, come on.
I mean, I would rather.
Come on. Like, if you're gonna do stuff that's original. Come up with something new.
Yeah.
Come up with something fucking. But it's just a copycat. This is people. Most people, they aren't very smart.
Yeah.
You know, because if you look at some of the shit that goes viral, it's like,
Stupid.
it's the stupidest thing ever. And you're like, and I don't know. I sit there and I'm like,
That or it's
why?
gay.
Yeah.
That is super gay.
Well, it's
Nothing
just
against that. Nothing against that.
Well, it's like, who was it? Bella Porch. You know her? She's like the most famous TikToker ever. Had the biggest video. But she does like the little head nod video.
Oh, she-
the one that went viral.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
That's the most viral video ever. It's literally just her nodding her head and like mouthing a song. It's
well,
like,
that's right.
it's like, why?
She's pretty.
She's pretty, but like that's the quality of
Yeah.
things that go viral most of the time. Where it's like, okay, like you're not learning anything, you're not getting information. It's literally just dumb fucking entertainment. Like literally the stupidest entertainment ever, but it goes viral. And that just shows you how most people. That's kind of the level of mentality they're at.
Yeah.
So you got to understand when you're out there, that's kind of the level of the people that are out there.
Yeah. It just
You know, so it's like,
it gets me. Again, it's one of those things where it makes me go, okay, well, like I've wanted to do some funny videos,
Yeah.
or whatever. But then it's like,
be like, you don't really want to.
yeah, I don't exactly. I'd rather just stick to my educational content.
Yeah.
That I hardly ever post.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And then there's like if you noticed it, like, because media in a sense it does help with getting clients and getting
Absolutely.
stuff.
Absolutely.
So like you almost have to, like, if you want to get the most out of getting like clients or getting your media out there, it almost has to be like a little rage baity.
A little bit. But I would say you could get away with it without going to the stupid side.
Oh yeah.
You can, like, you just say some controversial things. That
Yeah.
gets attention, maybe. But I would say, some of, like, a lot of the coaches out there, as I think there's a misconception, but a lot of the coaches out there that are really successful, like, they don't post the stupid shit.
Yeah.
They are just really good coaches.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say you don't have to go that route to be successful in the internet world. But you do have to post and you do have to do stuff out there and get some attention to you.
Yeah.
But, because, like, you look at the successful coaches we know, they don't post stupid shit.
No, they don't.
Greeno doesn't post stupid shit. Keith doesn't post stupid shit.
Well, Greeno does. He does fight a lot of people on the internet.
But, like,
That's not stupid, though.
but he's
That's not stupid.
No,
That's-
he's saying controversial things, not posting him fucking when I saw my gym crash and I did this. He's not doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's legitimately people who are just wanting the attention.
Yeah,
to have the attention.
Exactly. So I would say if you can be successful as an online coach without doing that stuff. And I think more and more coaches I think those people that post the stupid shit that aren't very successful. I think that they won't last very long.
Yeah.
It's one of those, they may have like a little bit of a spike for a short time and then people realize, oh wait, this guy's a fucking moron, and then move on.
Yeah. I've never been a part of the whole, like, say very controversial stuff. Mainly because
Yeah, you're too nice.
I'm very yeah.
You're too fucking nice.
But yeah.
I tried to get you, but no.
Can't do
You're
it.
too nice.
I like, I've had,
I tried my best.
I can't help it.
That
I definitely, I dropped I pulled the bag on that one. I can't do it. It's just, I'm too
We could have started an East Coast West Coast rivalry that would have been as big as Tupac and Biggie.
No.
Okay? We could have started, and like maybe some people would have died,
No,
but it's
no,
okay.
no.
For the for the fame, you know.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
You know, I could have been your Suge Knight, and then you know, I don't know who's Diddy over there, but you know,
Oh, shit.
sure there's some sort of Diddy over
Yeah,
there.
there's someone with the baby oil. No, I mean, I think the most controversial thing that I've ever thought that would be considered like, there's a lot of people who go into this whole thing where they're like, doesn't fucking matter what you have going on in your life, fucking get in there and go and train.
Yeah.
My controversial take is that no. The things that you're dealing with in life, the things that are going on in your life, absolutely play into how you train and how you perform.
Yeah.
And you can try and be like, oh no, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna just whatever. I'm gonna go in and fucking train anyway because that's the dog I am. Oh, okay, man, cool. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. And also, like, it's kind of a miserable life. You know, unless you're getting paid millions of dollars. And even those guys are getting paid millions of dollars when life shit happens, they fucking take a step back.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you got to live life.
Yeah. Life in itself is very precious, and I don't know. I didn't think it would be considered that controversial, but yeah, it's the truth. And like, you'd be surprised how many like top like a lot of lifters that I am friends with, they'll just like, no, you fuck you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they're gonna regret it when they look back at their life and like, well, I didn't experience anything with the gym, you know. I wasn't there when my friends got married. I wasn't there when my parents died. I wasn't there when my child was born. I wasn't there, you know. So that's something that like, yeah, I think people they'll regret at the end. At the end, or imagine when it gets taken away, they're gonna fucking lose it.
Oh yeah, and then like another like quote unquote controversial thought that I've ever had is it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense, right? And that is, the less you care about powerlifting, the better you'll do, but also too, you should care about it. Do you see how that contradictory that is?
Yeah.
Like, I care about powerlifting so much that it's shaped how I eat, it shapes how I train, it shapes how I do it shapes how I do my whole life. My whole day is centered around powerlifting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, don't give a shit. Like, all right, fucking, like,
It happens. Yeah.
like,
happens.
like Wednesday was squats for me, heavy squats. I've been undulating, so now this week was heavy squats. I had 617 for a double. It didn't move as great as I wanted it to. I racked it and I sat there, and it was just like what we were talking about last episode. I racked it and was like starting to get angry. I'm like, fuck, dude, why does it open? And then I stopped and went, hey man.
Yeah. No, you were pretty upset like that.
And I was like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, we decided we're just gonna be a deadlift.
Yeah.
Deadlift and bench experts here.
Exactly. But
Reach the 800.
But then I sat there and I was like, and I did exactly that. What we did in the episode. Yeah, like last week my sleep has been shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like anywhere from between 5.5 to 6 hours every night. That is garbage.
Yeah,
Garbage.
it's hard to perform at a high level.
So going into squats, I was already very tired, running on a fuck ton of caffeine and just fucking, just like, all right, let's try and get under the bar and do this. No.
Caffeine and a dream, and that's it. Let's go.
And so it's like, everyone else that like would be considered quote unquote an elite lifter would go, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. You get under the bar. I don't care. I fucking got on the bar. I got it done. I did my back downs and I did my fucking I did my back downs and I did my other back downs at a high bar, and it all moved just fine and okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get injured. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go do my thing, and then I'm going to go home and relax.
Yeah.
Because, again, like you said, powerlifting is fun. It's a hobby, but it does not pay the bills.
Not yet.
Not yet, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Working on it.
So, those are the controversial things
Yeah. It's as controversial as you get.
that's as controversial as I get. That and like, I really, really don't think that women should have voting rights. But I'm just kidding. Joking. It's a joke. That was a dumb joke. I don't know. I was just
Well,
trying
I
to be
mean,
funny.
if you track history,
No, don't. We're not going to do that.
not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Since. Oh God.
It's all the juice. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Jews. Everything's their fault. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's all fine.
That's not even controversial anymore.
It really isn't. It really. Yeah, what's funny is that like you know how many times I'll hear that in like passing conversations of people just like talking about Jewish people, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, you go back just like 10 years ago, saying this shit would be considered anti-Semitic.
Yeah. It's so crazy how people have, you know.
That all happened.
I was just not on camera.
Oh.
But it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy how where we're at in society. It's like, man, you guys are starting to sound a lot like the 1930s Germany here.
All right.
Be careful about your talk.
All right, dude. Let's see how this plays out. But with that being said, I mean, we're already 30 minutes in. Fuck it, we'll start it now.
Yeah.
Let's go into our topic. Topic for today is when is technique work the best to be placed in, and when is it the most appropriate? More times than not, I've noticed that there are two different types. You have technique issues, and then strength issues. But both of those coincide very well in a sense that like you have people that have very bad technique, but then if you show them the good technique, they don't have the strength to hold those positions. So I always like to do, I almost kind of like go at this in a sense of like, conjugate, in a sense that like, I'll have their variation.
Yeah.
And I'll make that variation like light enough for them to be able to hold position in. And then that top set of that variation, and then their back downs are that same variation, but maybe like something like either added in with either a pause or an up down variation or something like that. Again, it's just all these different tricks and trades to make sure that they can actually like hold position, because more times than not, it's like whenever I get another client, it's usually I'm getting them from another coach.
Yeah.
Right? Not poaching. I don't poach clients. I don't poach people.
But yeah, they had worked with a different coach before. They left for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then now they're working with you.
Yeah, and I've noticed that like I've noticed that like a lot of times, I guess this is another controversial. I'm seeing less and less coaches actually trying to coach people and more just trying to program them.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of.
Well, that's what coaches are okay with. They aren't very good. Let's be real. Most coaches aren't very good with technique.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Let me be real. Because it's hard. It's
tough. Technique. Because I was on the way over here. I was listening to Dave Tate talk on one of his newer episodes, and they were talking about how
great guy.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I'm trying to be like him one day. To grow and have a podcast like that. But everybody is so different. Their skeletal structure is different.
Yeah.
So everybody's their movement is going to be different. Every single person you get is going to be different in some way. And there's no necessarily right or wrong answer to how they move.
Exactly.
So that's why it's so hard as a coach. That's why it takes a long time to really develop this skill to be able to analyze somebody's form and technique and go, okay, let's try to figure out how they're moving, like how can we can optimize their movement patterns to get the most out of lifts. Now there are some like generic like things that you should be doing, that they should be doing, but yeah, like as far as the form take, like that's why I think most coaches, they just, here's a program, and yeah, your squat looks good, you're getting stronger, good, okay, cool. And they don't take the time to go, okay, yeah, we got a little bit of a power leak here, or as you get closer to that top, strength, this is going to be an issue.
Yeah. And it's like, it's also too, it's like sometimes you can actually hammer out both of the technique and strength work by adding in a certain variation, right? Like,
like have somebody do a slow concentric squat. That'll fucking make them, force them into good positions.
Very much.
Like you give them some tempo, man. Because like that's the thing. Like I think tempo is great for that. Like because you have to stay in a good position to be able to hold. Each part of that movement. And it exposes so much. No, so I think that's a great technique to use to kind of like early on show somebody, right, this is where we need to fix. Because like as you start to move down, you can feel like, all right, my hips want to shift, and you kind of got to force that, stay in that position or something, or like your weight wants to shift to a side. Or it also teaches them really good bracing.
Yes.
Be able to hold a brace for that long.
That was another thing too. The amount of people that have been like that, I've had to be, I've worked with, and I'm like, okay, let's see. All right, let's get you into the bar. Stop right there. What was that? Well, I just, I get, well, this is how I brace. I'm like, no, that's not how you brace.
Oh yeah, teach you brace. Let
me teach you really how to brace. When you teach someone how to really brace, that's another real good
catch them.
Like,
oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, I can really feel that. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, you can.
Yeah. Now, say you're training with a client, working with a client, and mid prep, and you're like starting to recognize bad movement pattern. Do you change it then, or do you wait till after prep's done?
You wait till after prep.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and this is something that I've had to do with a couple of my clients, which is when I introduce something to change their form or to make their form better, there is a full pullback.
Yeah.
Huge pullback.
Yeah.
And again, it's like the marble in the sand, dude. Like I was talking about, how I was a boring ass kid. But like, because it's like during prep, you want to be able to be like, and this is something that actually like Janessa caught me on too, because I was like, I've been helping Dahlia, which is one of her clients.
Yeah.
Like with her deadlift, and she was going to go pull 405, which is super, super cool.
Crazy, yeah.
Super cool. And right before she was getting ready to go pull, I was like, I looked at her and I was like, hey, remember to do this. And then Janessa went, no, do it after. And I was like, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Because I get sucked into it. I get sucked into it. It's just like, because that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is to really hone in on like, okay, so this is what you really want to do and this is how you want to feel.
Yeah, because you're like, all right, I see something that I know can make them better.
Yeah.
But
time and place.
Yeah, time and place. Because if the lifter's going in and they're like, she was kind of testing to see where she was at.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get into their head of like having to think about something new when they're trying to test out how well they can do.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to introduce something new when you're trying to go as hard as you can. That's wrong place.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time, and that was my bad. Yeah, I fucked that up. But
it's tough because you're like, oh, I know I can help you. You can do more.
Yeah, but like the stuff that I have shown her has helped her, and she's doing really good with it.
Yeah,
and man, like, that's I love that shit. That is why I got into coaching.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, a lot of coaches are like, oh, I love the programming aspect, but man, the technique work is I am so reversed. Yeah. I can work on technique all day. I can do okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Well, that's good. Okay, we go from there.
Yeah.
Programming, I fucking hate programming.
Boring.
And it's not boring for me. It's more of that, like, it's developing a strategy. And in a sense, you have trusted me with your progress. You're saying, here are the reins to my performance. Take it from here. And so when I sit down to do people's programs,
Yeah.
I remember someone once told me, they're like, oh yeah, I have like, it takes me like 5-10 minutes to update everyone's programmings, and then after that I'm done. I'm like, how? It'll like the shortest amount of time I've taken on a program, 30 minutes. Because I'll sit there and be like, okay, okay, so this is, but okay, so if I give them this,
Yeah.
but that's like a really big jump, so I'm not gonna do that. So, but well, let's look at the trend, and I'll like look at people's trends and like really go back and like really, and then I'm also asking myself, I'm like, okay, so like, okay, where do they want to be in 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay, well if they want to be here, then okay, so then actually we might have to push this a little bit. So it's like there's so much that goes, there's so much
Yeah.
little thing with fucking programming that I just get.
It gets tough.
I get so
It gets tough. And I'll say, like, so it's not as bad with like your bigger lifters, because like 5 pound difference for somebody who's squatting 600, not as big a deal. But man, I swear, I love my ladies, but programming bench for ladies is tough. Because 5 pounds when you're only benching 135 is a big difference.
Oh yeah.
And then there's only something to like play with, like, because you have 2.5 pound jumps,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, all right, like
I've literally given Chelsea like
the same weight over.
no. I've literally given Chelsea like going from 170 fucking 6 to 178 point whatever
Yeah.
on kilo. Again, throw a cookie on there, fucking go.
Yeah.
But like, dude,
It's so tough.
it is tough. It's tough, but it's like working with Chelsea and seeing how she does her thing. One, because each woman is different, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but like for her, my favorite thing though, because Chelsea, I love you. If you're watching this, but like the thing that I love about her is that like I'll throw something. She's like, that was easy. That was nothing. That was blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. By like week 4, she's like, oh. That was hard. That's getting hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Throw it easy.
But it's like, but that's what I've noticed. Like with dudes, you can kind of see the wall coming. With
Yeah.
girls, you don't see the wall coming. The wall comes, boom,
Yeah.
right there. There it is, and it will stall them out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god.
And then, so the tough part is, and something that I think is kind of lost in a lot is because, I think progression is just, all right, the weight goes up. A strategy that I think gets underutilized is potentially just using the same weight and then try to go week over week, make it move faster, make it move easier.
Yeah.
And I think that's a strategy that it's tough as a coach because you're like, I don't want to keep giving them the same weight.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's what's needed. And then just like, hey, this week it needs to move better. This
Yeah.
week it needs to move better. And that's progression right there. But man, it doesn't look as good because you're like, well, I'm not lifting the same weight.
Yeah. And it definitely is one of, especially like if I if I gave Chelsea the same weight over and over,
Yeah.
over time, she'd be like, listen, I'm not doing anything, but at the same
But
time,
what the fuck?
what is this? Like, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
So if anything, what you could do with that is give the same weight, but you can also change certain things in a sense of what you're saying is not wrong. That is a great. At one point I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. And I've done it myself as an athlete. I've done that before. You can also like, okay, so this one's the same weight, but the tempo is different.
Yeah.
The pause is different.
Yeah, you can change some variations in it, but it's hard to get somebody to buy in on it.
Oh yeah, very.
When they don't understand that, like, okay, it may be the same weight, but the same weight can feel different week to week,
Oh yeah,
and that is a difference in how you're improving.
exactly. So,
But yeah, going back to the topic of technique and putting in technique versus what is like, all right, we need to work on a weakness or get stronger in this area.
yeah. One thing that I've also noticed is that so more times than not, sometimes it's just a matter of like, hey man, you just got to get stronger. You just have to get stronger.
Yeah.
Like, I have had people come to me and be like, okay, so well, like I'm stuck at this bench weight, right? And I'm like, okay. And they're like, can you look at my video? And I watched the video. The form's fine.
Yeah.
Form and technique is fine. And I'm like, yeah, that looks great. And they're like, okay, well, like, what can I change to get my bench up? And I've literally looked at that person and was like, I want you to look at yourself and weigh yourself. How much do you weigh? And they're like 150, 60 pounds. I'm like, okay, get heavier. Put some tissue on.
Yeah.
Literally. Fucking gain weight. Literally. And it's like a lot, and I don't say that as in like, oh, okay, like get fat. No. What I mean is like work out and put some tissue on.
Yeah.
Get some muscle on you. And that's literally, sometimes that's literally all it takes, is literally just, hey, I'm stuck at this plateau. Okay. I just need to, one, go into not just my main movements, but start really looking at my accessories and really pulling up my accessories and getting them to be like harder.
Yeah.
And then once I really prioritize the intensity of my accessories, put some tissue on and eat and sleep well, right? Then you come back and now look at that. You're no longer just squatting 300 pounds. You're now squatting 365, 400 pounds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Once you really get the technique down, it's just one of those, now you just got to put in the work.
Exactly. And then guess what? Once you start hitting maximal weight, that's another too. Like I can give you RPE 6s and 7s, right? And I give an athlete RPE 6s and 7s and they're like blasted through it. And they're like, fuck yeah, I'm feeling great. The moment I give you an 8, 8.5, maybe close to a 9, when we're getting closer to the end of a block, you'll see that form breakdown.
Yeah.
And when you see that form breakdown, you're like, okay, this is where you're failing, and it's because you're tired.
Yeah.
Right? You don't suck. You're tired. You're fatigued, and now we're gonna have to work on this specific aspect.
Yeah. Well, it's always something frustrating as a coach, because it's like you'll tweak a little something in their form or technique, and it looks fine under light weights.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get to the heavier weights, it like revert right back to like what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it's always important to like, all right, if you did make some changes, to practice it at lighter rates for a little while, but you got to start getting heavy and seeing like, all right, how are they performing when they go heavier? Because
and then one thing that I've been hearing about that I've been like kind of like, okay, that's a pretty good idea, and that is something that Seth Albersworth talks about. When he introduces something that he wants his clients to do, he'll first put it in the program, have them do it, but then he will ask them throughout the day when you're just chilling at home or chilling at work, whatever, you have a little bit of time to yourself, practice that movement.
Okay.
Practice what you're trying to do. Think about what you're going to be, how you're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
And then that way, and it's because again, it's like, we see it in physical therapy a lot too. And that is, the more you do something, right, the more your neurons fire, have the ability to fire and provide that neural pathway to actually do it, right? So if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, well, I don't want my chest to fall forward in the squat, but the only time you ever squat is with a barbell, right?
you're not practicing very often.
Yeah. So when you're like, yeah, it's gonna seem goofy. I look goofy. I'm at work. I'm not sitting. Literally, I'm at work. I'll be at work, and I'll sit there, and I'll sit there and I'll practice my squat, practice what I'm trying to do, like really, try and keep it in the quads and push, like really open up, push with the upper back, and but doing that at work and just doing that with no weight on me and just trying to get through it, and then I go and I squat later that day.
Yeah,
it works. It works.
Well, it's like, is it 10,000 hours of practice is what it takes to master something like that. So it's like, making the change, you're not going to get it and just doing it a couple hours, a week. You have to put in the time. So it makes a lot of sense. I never heard it about like that. That's interesting, and definitely something that, even just visualizing, like sitting in your head and thinking, okay, going over the steps, going over the things. Yeah. That'd be huge. Because when you start talking about physiotherapy, I tell people, who, we start working on mobility stuff, like, all right, your ankles or your shoulders are forward, well, doing it once a week isn't going to do much for you.
Yeah.
You got to work on it every day.
Oh yeah.
Because it didn't take a couple hours a week of you doing this bad habit for it to come into existence for you.
Yeah.
It was years of you doing it consistently, or now you create this.
Yeah.
So guess what? You're going to have to put in a lot of hours of work to reverse that.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing. Yeah, it's a very similar concept of like, all right, like if you change something, now you got to recreate those movement patterns in your head to be able to become a master at it.
Yeah.
So that when you do get that, 90%, 95% weight on your back or in your hands, that's what you do.
Exactly. I remember once when I was doing my rotation at the VA, I was doing my clinicals at the outpatient clinic there.
Okay.
And I remember getting this one guy. He came in and he was very upset, and I was like, okay, well, what's going on, sir? What's the problem? He's like, I've been here doing physical therapy for a month now. I'm like, okay. He goes, and it's not getting better. My back pain is not getting any better, and I feel like this is a waste of time. And I looked at him, and I looked at his chart, and I looked back at him, and I said, you've had back pain since '95.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, if you back pain wanted to, and if your back pain was an actual person, they could go and get a drink at a fucking bar right now legally. I was like, yeah. And he's like, you've been doing this for a month. And I asked him, I was like, outside of when you come here to do your treatment for about 30 to 45 minutes, how often do you do your exercise? I do them every day. Do you? Well, I mean, I do them like
Most days.
You know, I'm like,
Okay, so obviously twice a week.
and then I looked at him, I was like, again, I kept asking, are you sure? Are you sure about that? And he was like, okay, I don't do it often. I'm like, so really you only do it here to the extent that we ask you to. And he goes, well, yeah. And I was like, so of course it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. You've been doing exactly 45 minutes a week for 4 weeks. I don't know. I don't know the math for that, but that's not very much. That's not very much. And you expect like a couple hours over a month to change what you've been having since 1995?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, have you been seeing the videos that people have been posting of like people walking up to their coworkers and being like, hey, when were you born? 2005? Hey, when were you born? 2001? Hey, when were you born? 19? And then they fucking put the fucking Jurassic Park dinosaurs and shit. Dude. Oh, I'm so upset. Dude, it fucks with me so bad.
Fuck.
Like, it'll be like, when were you born? 2001? When were you born? 19? There's fucking dinosaurs and shit. Oh, fuck you guys. Anyway, but it's like, it's the truth. This dude had fucking back pain since 1995. I was born 1992. Like, his back pain is almost as old as I am. Like, come on, dude. But it goes to show that exactly what you were just saying. And it's like, I'm no better either. Sometimes I forget to even just do my ankle mobility, and then I'm like, why are my squats not really great? I'm like,
Can I get depth? Oh yeah.
that's right. I gotta open my hips up.
I I've been lazy and haven't been. I know. It's so hard though because it's like it's not the sexy shit, and
It's not.
that's the tough part about if you really want to get good at this stuff. I mean, it's anything. It's anything in life really. If you want to get good at something,
Yeah.
you gotta put in the time doing the not sexy stuff to get the sexy stuff.
Oh yeah.
To get the sexy time, you have to do the non-sexy time.
Exactly. Like listen to her problems.
Yeah.
Think that
Yeah.
what happened with her and Stacy are is super important.
Yeah.
It's like, no way, that bitch.
You've heard.
It'd be totally cool that she has a fucking friend named Matt at work, and you're like, yeah, Matt seems great. Good bitch. Whatever. All right. Sounds good. Tell me more about how Matt makes you laugh. Just kidding. But
We need to talk.
yeah, I get with that. But with that being said, the issue that comes with technique work again is there when it comes to programming and teaching technique work, and this is what a lot of people assume is okay. I just need that one cue.
Yeah.
I just need that one cue or something that really, and then I'll be able to blast through my fucking whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but it does not work like that.
No.
What it needs, yes, you are correct. All you need is one cue. But with that comes either a month or two of pullback and like specific hammering of that cue to make sure that you can actually, because it's again like we were talking about. If I gave someone a new cue and told them to go hit like 60% of their 1 rep max with that new cue, well, they blow right past it. They blow through it. Be like, fuck yeah, confidence built.
Yeah.
But if I gave them that same cue and was like, now go squat 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max,
Things tend to break down.
it'll break down because they're not one, they're not thinking about it
Yeah.
because they're too nervous,
Yeah.
right? And then second,
Or they're overthinking.
they're overthinking it. And then lastly, they're just not strong enough to hold that position.
Yeah.
So they end up,
Well, a lot of times new cues, new technique will expose a weakness because you built movement patterns in a certain way, so your body gets strong in that certain movement pattern, and you change a little bit, and it's like, oh, I'm not as strong there. All
yeah.
right, well, we gotta work on that. We gotta fix these, get that movement pattern strong again. So yeah, it's yeah, you gotta. That's why you do gotta be strategic with any sort of changes.
It also means too that
Unless you're like, oh wait, no, we need to change this or else you're gonna get hurt. That is the only time where it's like, okay, yeah, pause, time out. Let's fix this because
Yeah.
you're gonna get hurt.
now, this also goes for the topic of changing when it comes to like, okay, so take for instance, right? You have a client, they've been pulling conventional for a long time. Mm-hmm. Then they turn to you and go, hey, I actually decided to start pulling sumo.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of like, I gave it a shot. It felt pretty good at at my deload weight. So I want to keep pushing with that.
Yeah.
How do you go about being like, okay, well, all right, we got to change some things.
Yeah, no, it's then you go into okay. Now I got to look at because the accessories that support sumo are different than the accessories that support conventional. Some carry over, some same. You know, like getting back stronger. Rows are always going to be a staple of any sort of back movement, keeping the back strong. But a sumo requires a lot more hip mobility, hip strength. So if you've been pulling conventional for a long time, now you got to go into okay, let's assess how your hips are, because are your hips going to be able to handle all this added new tension to them? And then you go into, all right, is it affecting your squat now? Because I experienced it to where having a wider stance squat affected my pulls.
Yeah.
And it goes vice versa. So now you got to look into, all right, are your hips able to handle this new added force to it? So, you know, it does change how you then approach the rest of your programming.
Yeah.
Because yeah, so which, you know, hey, if somebody wants to attempt, you know, a different style, by all means, all right, cool, let's do it. But yeah, well, definitely don't do it right before a competition. That's not the best.
Yeah, no.
But off season, if you're like, hey, I really want to, you know, and I actually will say that, like, as an athlete, you should be able to pull both a little bit, because there is some carryover to, you know, if you get a little bit, like, say you're a conventional lifter and you go and start pulling a little bit more sumo, there is some nice little carryover that you get to your conventional, as you know, when you go back to it.
I can tell you right now, I can't pull sumo. Like, my hips can't support it. Every time I teach it, like, I can teach it because I used to pull sumo. I used to. And then I went back to conventional and was like, oh, fuck yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
And that's only because that, like, what a lot of people think is, okay, so they put their hips out wide as they possibly can, and that's already not good.
Yeah.
Because now you're just exposing your adductor to a fuck ton of resistance and stuff. But anyway, but like, they forget that when it's I see it almost every single time. Someone's like, "Oh, I started pulling sumo and it feels really good." Okay, show me how you pull sumo, and they immediately just do a wide stance conventional.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like,
Okay.
no. Well, I mean, that's okay, but this is what we're gonna do. But it's like, because a lot of people forget that it's like, once you come down and pull the slack, if these are your knees and here are your hips, a lot of people forget that in order for them to get the best leverage for the sumo is they have to open the hips, push the knees, and get.
Yeah, push your hips in. So where you, like, because I see, like, some of the best sumo guys, like Blake LaHue, like when he sumos, he's almost upright before he gets started.
Oh yeah.
Because his hips get so far in, where it's like he's just going straight up.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of the idea there. Whereas with conventional, you're not getting nearly that much hip.
You're just fucking partying.
Yeah.
So, and that's another thing too, is because a lot of people, they look at things like sumo and they're like, I'm just gonna treat it like conventional. No, the finesse that the time and the finesse and the patience sumo needs to get off the floor,
Yeah.
is way different than conventional.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta be very patient off the floor with the sumo. Where conventional, it's kind of like you almost kind of want to, like, grip and rip almost.
Yeah, just
Like-
because it's like that small amount of grip and rip can actually, like, very much help
Yeah.
you get the fuck
Some
off.
momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's why they actually talk. I remember who was talking about it, but if you look at, like, stiff bar versus deadlift bar, usually the best stiff bar deadlifters are conventional, and then the best deadlift bar are sumo.
Yeah.
Because you're able to get a lot more slack pulled, which gets your hips further and further in,
Yeah.
and you can get into a better position. Whereas with the stiff bar, you kind of just you start where you start.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's kind of interesting. So then as a sumo puller, especially with a deadlift bar, you got to be very patient in trying to pull that slack all the way out before you actually start coming up with the bar.
Exactly. So, in turn, for those that are listening, if you're trying to introduce something new, one, talk to your coach about it before you just start trying to do it.
The coach is a bit for more, scheduling the Alfred conventional, and you're like, oh yeah, I've been pulling sumo for the past couple weeks.
Yeah. Dude. What? Oh, okay. Well, that changes a lot of stuff. Yeah, yeah. My adductor hurts. I don't know why. Oh, fuck.
My squat's been sucking away. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, and it's like, also too, as if you are an athlete and you're working with your coach, hold yourself to a standard to make sure that you actually like film yourself in multiple different angles to make sure that they can see everything that every angle that your body moves, so this way they can do the best at, you know, giving you your critiques and making sure that your technique is on point. And then just remember also too, if they are giving you technique work, it's only there to make you better. It's only there to make you stronger in the long run. It's one of those things where I don't remember who said this, but always remember the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That's what I always tell a lot of people.
Yeah.
In the sense that the bigger picture is going to be more valuable than what the little things that you're doing right now is.
Yeah.
So it may seem like you're kind of fucking around with baby weight, like you're just walking around at your 50 to 60% all the time. But just remember that if they're doing it the right way and they're handling your technique work the right way, one way or another, not only are you going to see the weight that you used to struggle at not really struggle anymore, it's going to look better, it's going to feel better, and you're going to be a lot more confident going into heavier weight after that.
Yeah.
So don't be an asshole.
Yeah, take the time. You know, just like anything, if you want to get better at it, you got to put some effort in on your end as an athlete. You know, so when you're at home, practice. When you got some time, practice, think about it, visualize. If you really want to get better at the sport, you got to put in the effort.
Yes. With that being said, also too, if you know for a fact that you're like, well, my hips don't move that way, then work on your hip mobility.
Yeah.
If you know that your hips are an issue, that's like, well, I already know that my room's a mess. Then clean it.
Clean it.
Clean it.
Yeah.
And I already know that I don't have toilet paper. Go get more toilet paper. Don't just walk around with a fucking shitty ass. What the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
Dingleberries hanging out.
Come on, man. If you know something's a problem, fix it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's life. If you want to be better at things in life, you got to put in the time and effort. You can't expect miracles to happen if you show up once a week.
Exactly.
Like, that's just not how it's going to work. So, help out your coach. Your coach will look a lot better the more effort you put in. So, help out your coach because they care. Your coaches care. They want to see you get better. But, you know, they can only do so much for you.
Exactly.
You know.
But, you have anything else?
I think that's it.
I think I'm good too. All right, guys. You take it easy. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and listen.
Follow.
And follow. If you guys have any questions that you would like addressed on the podcast, go ahead and just shoot us a DM and we can address the question.
Yeah. Or comment. Trying to post more. Remember, we're on YouTube and Spotify, so you can listen to either of those platforms. You know, we appreciate all the support in either one, and yeah, you can leave a comment there. We'll respond. I think last video we got a comment. They said great information.
So really?
Yeah, and I responded. I said thank you for your support, and if you got any questions, let us know.
Oh my gosh! Hey.
So you know, we care. We want to hear from you. So yeah, feel free. If you got anything that you want us to cover, you know, we're open to different ideas, and we'll see. We haven't already covered it.
Yeah.
And yeah, your support is greatly appreciated. But keep doing it.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.